Hey guys, today we'll be making an adorable Valentine's Day deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have a wreath ring that already has the Chanel stems attached, but I do have several videos I will link in the description box down below on how to attach your own Chanel stems. I have white and red deco mesh and this adorable red and white polka dot ribbon. Also scissors or a rotary cutter. Alright, let's get started. First thing I always like to do is raise all of my Chanel stems. That way once I start placing the mesh, I can place it quickly and I won't have to stop in between. And this wreath ring does have 16 Chanel stems. So for this wreath, I'm going to take 2 rows of my white, layer them one on top of the other. Now you could definitely do this with 1 red and 1 white. It's completely up to you. The white will be, you know, a little more see-through, but that's why I used a red wreath ring, because I knew the ring would be visible. So I went with the color that matches my color scheme. Layer the 2 rows of mesh, roll it to a nice little point. Start on my outer Chanel stem and place my mesh. And twist it a couple of times. Make a nice poof, and the size of the poof is completely up to you. If you want a larger, poofier wreath, go with larger poofs. Smaller wreath, go with smaller poofs. But choose your size poof and place your mesh in the next Chanel stem. I just twist it a couple of times. And then come over to the very next Chanel stem. Make a poof and place your mesh again. And I'm going to repeat these steps all the way around the outer ring and come back and do the same thing on the inner ring. Now sometimes you do have stems that are very close together. When that happens, I kind of just tuck one of them away so that I can use it later if I choose to do so. Or you can just cut off the excess stem. But I didn't want to use it because it would make my poofs too close together. You can even cut it off and place it in another section that you feel doesn't have enough stems. Once you come back to your starting point, make one more poof and place it in the same stem that you started with. My outer ring is complete. I do have just 2 layers of mesh. You could definitely go with 3 or 4, or you can even come back around at the end and add more mesh. I'm just going to see what it's looking like to decide what I want to do. So you have the option of cutting off the mesh here and starting over on the inner ring. I don't think I have enough to make it around the entire inner ring, but that's okay. I'm going to add more mesh anyways, so I want to go ahead and finish off this row. So this is my outer stem. This is the next inner stem, but it's too close to this stem. So instead of going from this stem to here, I'm going to come to the next inner stem. Just so I have enough space to make a nice poofy wreath. And then just continue on just like we did on the outer ring. I'm coming to the end of my mesh. I have enough mesh to make one more poof. Alright, and then I'm just going to cut away the rest of my mesh. Two more rolls of white mesh. Layer them one on top of the other. Hold it to a nice point. Come to the stem that I just left from. Unravel, place my mesh, and twist it back. And then just continue on. I only have a few more poofs to add to my inner stem. Okay, so I have all those in place. Since I have so much mesh, I think I'm going to maybe go around one more time. And since it's white and it's pretty see-through, so I think layering it one more time would just look really cute. And I think I'm going to start kind of alternating, going from inner to outer. So my last one was here on the inner stem, and then I'm going to make a poof going to the outer stem. I think that's going to make this wreath so much fluffier. So making one more poof back to the inner stem. So this step is optional. You could just finish with your outer and inner rings if you choose to do so. Like I said, I'm just doing this to make it even poofier. And adding more of the white will make it look a little more solid. But as long as you use a wreath ring that coincides with your color scheme, you will be okay. Alright, I think that's enough. I'm just going to cut away the excess mesh and then tuck it away. Now you can see adding more mesh just made it even poofier and it made the white a little more solid. Now I'm going to cut more mesh into 8-inch long pieces and add mesh to each of my chenille stems. I have white and red deco mesh. I'm not certain if I'm going to use the red deco mesh or not, but I have it here just in case. So I've cut my mesh into 8-inch long pieces. I'm going to roll my mesh at a cute little curl. Crisscross, scrunch, pick a chenille stem, and place my mesh. You can also roll the mesh at a diagonal if you choose to do so. Just like this. I think I will kind of mix it up. I'll have some bundles with curls and some with spikes. Crisscross, scrunch, and place it in the next chenille stem. And I'm just going to continue alternating all the way around my wreath. Now I'm going to add my cute polka dot ribbon. I have cut my ribbon into 13-inch long pieces and I'm going to make a couple of cute little bows. Make a loop overlapping the ends and place it down, scrunch it, make another loop. Just like that, overlapping the ends, place it down and scrunch it, and then cross them one on top of the other. You can just hold it tightly as you adjust and maneuver. Take your 1/4 of a chenille stem and twist it in place. So there are several ways that you can make your bows for your wreath. Whichever way you prefer. They all look so cute, precious, and adorable. I'm going to get the rest of my bows made and we'll start adding them to our wreath. Alright, so I've made a few cute little polka dot bows. They look so precious and adorable. Now I'm going to add them to my wreath. What I like to do first is place my bows just to make sure I like where they are before I secure them in place. So once I have all the bows where I want them to be, I am just going to take my chenille stem and twist a couple of times and just tuck it away. Just like that. Adjust it and maneuver it. Just like that. So I'm going to get all of them in place. I'm going to add one more bow to that section. Alright, so I think I've gotten all of my bows in place. They look so cute and precious. I decided to go with 6 bows. You can go with more, less. It's completely up to you. And I just added 8-inch long pieces of Deco mesh to my outer ring. And I have all of the bows on my inner ring. I'm just adjusting and maneuvering, tucking away any stems I may have. And again, you can add even more mesh if you choose to do so. Just have fun with it and make it your own. You can add an adorable sign to the center. You can add some cute little hearts, glitter ribbon, whatever you'd like. Just have fun with it and make it your own. But it's so cute, simple, and easy to make.